And a very, very Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas, reckons. I hope you're having a great day. And welcome to my little experiment, Christmas Day live stream. I have no idea if it's going to be successful, no idea if there's anybody out there who is like me, having Christmas alone and just we need something to do for the afternoon rather than the movies that are on TV. So it's a little experiment. How is your day, reckons? I hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to give us a like while you're there. And we're going to move on with this Ipswich save. We have sunk a little bit down to 10th in the league. But recently we've picked up. We've had a bad run where games that we should have been winning, games like against Fulham, Everton, West Ham, we would have targeted to get something out of. But hello, fam, how are you doing, my friend? And this little run has caused us to lose ground, and it's going to get worse. As the title to the... Hello, Blake, Merry Christmas, how are you? I hope you're having a great day. This is good so far. Lots of people popping in to say hello at Christmas. It's awesome. So that little run disappointed me, but we are going to get disappointments. And look what we've got. Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea. And it's not going to get any better for us. And this is going to be a Christmas Day painful episode to watch. What do I think about South American players? I absolutely love them. Having managed in Coritiba, that was probably one of the best things that I did this year in the Brazilian leagues. It was fun. And I brought 3 over to play in the Champions League in my Newcastle journeyman save, the journeyman save I do, which I'm currently at Newcastle. So we are going to get on with it. I can't really remember where we are actually in terms of did I actually rest the players? No, I didn't. And now it's Thursday, and can I rest them for a day? That was silly of me to move on. And I don't like this little glitch either. Saturday, no, I can't rest them for a day now. So we're just going to we're going to lose against Tottenham anyway. So, Castile's Bellis, Timon, Morton, Diallo, Humphreys, Goulding and Delap. Okay, I'm going to go with what he suggests. And then just check his bench, because he will leave me short in one position on the bench. So Sola can play as the right back if necessary. Brandon Williams as the left back. Then we have a centre back. He hasn't put anybody in midfield on the bench. Hartel is a midfielder, so he will play. Fazzini is another midfielder. So we do have cover on the bench, but Wolfenden doesn't need to be there. As do I put Jason on there? I don't have any other option than Jason to come onto the bench as well. So this is not going to be pretty. You can see Grossable is not fit. I should have rested them. And have you really, Blake? Absolutely. I haven't long woken up, actually. I woke up about 11:30. It's just another day for me, and the TV's all full of it, and it's just like Christmas is just another day. Diallo's injured now. This game is relentless. It just will not let you do things. So I do have to make some changes. So Castiles is also not fit. So let's take him out. My injuries are getting worse. That's because I've bought good players, and I'm not allowed to buy good players because we're overachieving. And it's one of the things that the game has to stop doing. you can see that it's cheating. So it's so frustrating. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to put Humphreys, I think. No, he can't. Such a shame. I don't have a winger. I'm going to put Jason on there. As much as I despise him, he's going to have to play. Which means that I'm short on the bench now. Harness can come on the bench. And let's get on with it. The game is not going to be nice to me today. So, watched Die Hard last night. Gamer, how are you doing? Merry Christmas. Good to see you. This is going to be a very, very painful episode. But the job is done. We've already done the job, which makes me happy. We're not going to be in a relegation battle now. It's just a case of how high up we can finish. And 14th will be an excellent season. And I guess the board will reward us as well with a nice transfer budget if we get to 14th. Harness. Look at that. Disgusting training. I'm not surprised about him because he wants to leave. And everybody wants to leave Ipswich. I don't know why. But especially as well as we are doing. So morale isn't very good. We've brought some good players in who've been injured, of course. And we were expected to finish in 20th. In terms of the club vision, work within the wage budget. Yeah, I am struggling because you wouldn't let me adjust it. I've got tons of money that I wasn't allowed to spend either. But in terms of the club vision, we are doing what we are supposed to do. It's just a case of how high up we will finish. And can we stay above all these people who are below us? Chelsea, Manchester United are below us. We have the quarter-final of the cup draw. Let's have a look at that, shall we? And let's see who we're going to get in the quarter-final of the cup. This is another piece of nonsense in the game, in the coding of the game. We are not good enough to be in the quarterfinals of the cup, and why it does this, I don't know. Oh, that's an interesting tie. And Grimsby will be nice. Yeah, we'll take this one. We'll take this one. It'll be very nice. Yes, we've got Grimsby. And isn't the game just like that? Isn't it just like that? And so we'll probably get to the semi-finals of the cup. Whilst I'm going through all this pain, we will probably get to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Sometimes the game is very silly. And, all you wanted for fam, that was not luck. That was the game just being its normal silly self. And I kind of figured if there was a weak team left, we would get the weaker team. It's kind of like the game trying to make you feel good. It's not going to let me win the cup, but it's just the game is trying to make you feel good. And, it's a big piece of nonsense. It would make me feel better if it stopped injuring the players that I buy, and if it stopped all the nonsense with the switch and all the rest of the rubbish. The times we've dominated teams and not been able to score, that would make me feel better, not an FA Cup semi-final. But there it is. This game is what it is. We'll do our best. Merry Christmas, Neil. How are you doing? J Fricks, Merry Christmas. Yeah, your Christmas, I'm afraid, for J Fricks is going to be around about March, if we're lucky. I still am not putting money on it coming out. Ooh, we got an A+ from the board and an A+ from the supporters. So we move on. Come on, let's get to this game. Where are we now? We've moved down to 11th. West Ham must have got a point, have they? What happened with West Ham then? They didn't play, and yet they've jumped above us. Interesting. No, it's Chelsea who've gone above us. Chelsea beat Bournemouth 3-2. So, I'll be very happy with a finish around about 14th. I'm not going to play cautiously. Yeah, we're not going to tackle harder. Doesn't make sense. Because they're playing with control possession, I have to play with a high line. I don't have a choice. I don't want to be giving them the space in the middle. And apart from that, we're going to just play as we normally play. Players have recovered their fitness. Castile's 2 days. No, we'll keep anybody else who's recovered fitness well enough. Diallo's still injured. There's no point in him being on the bench. Firpo could come onto the bench instead of Sola. And actually Sola then can come on instead of Jason. And Jason can go on the bench somewhere. Harness instead of Harness. So it is what it is. It's an interesting selection in the attacking midfield berth that my assistant has made, putting Gould as the shadow striker. We'll see how that works out. And here we go. I do not feel that the pressure is all on them. Anything out of this game would be good. I can't see it though. Oh boy. Look at these players. Bissouma, left foot. Sarr is a very good player, so he needs to be tight marked. These, I don't know. Maddison, definitely. Kulusevski, no. His dribbling skills are far too good for us. But he's not very brave, so we'll hard tackle him. Lookman, I don't think we definitely don't want to be tight marking him either. There's just very little point. His dribbling skills are good. Good balance and agility, but also he needs a hard tackle. So we'll go with that. Here we go. I really don't want to watch this. These 3 games coming up. We don't know what the game's going to do. And immediately Tottenham are putting us under pressure. We're gonna have pressure against these teams. It's just a case of, can our boys get back? We're gonna put him on a support duty rather than attack. So can we get back and defend all this and throw bodies in front of the ball? And that's McKenna. Where are you going? Stop! Get back! Do not go forward. And Ling, who's been an absolute nightmare, perhaps he'll have a good game today. Who knows? And we are taking the game to Tottenham. We've got a chance, but unfortunately he dilly-dallied on the penalty spot and he got closed down. Yeah, I mean, it's pointless trying to get tight to players like Lookman or Kulusevski. If you don't have the defenders to do it, then don't do it. It's just like, leave them alone. Just show them out onto the byline before you do anything with them. Just don't close them down. Don't just let them go to the byline and then engage them. Don't try and engage them high up the pitch. But Tottenham are focused mainly down the flanks, and that's really interesting. So I think I should... Why is it in key highlights? I think I should probably drop the line a little bit. Looking at that, I need to drop the line a little bit. because I don't want them coming outside. And then I'm going to step up more. Let's just see, because this is definitely focusing play down the flanks. And I don't want them using this space in behind our defenders. And it's quite interesting this, that you will see that sometimes that you get misinformation, or the opposition decide to target specific areas of your defence. And Spurs are definitely targeting the flanks. They may change now because I've dropped the line, and they may go through the middle. And that's where being vigilant. Good afternoon, Joshua. Merry Christmas to you. All is well with me, and I hope all is well with you. Yeah, it's a balanced mentality, because I do want to attack. I don't want to completely defend against them. We're just going to invite trouble that way. What is really good is that we are limiting, the low block is limiting how many shots they are getting. And if we can stop them getting shots, then they'll get frustrated. And that's the idea, is to get them frustrated. And then frustration will cause mistakes. That's how real football works. And there's the mistake. And we're looking for those mistakes, but we can't put it away. Such a shame. And at the moment, our XG is better than Tottenham's. That means we are defending well. You notice that Tottenham have slowly started playing a little bit more through the middle. They've got to focus down the right. But maybe they've seen that down the middle now there's space. So I have to watch for that now. And will they start to use these spaces in front of us? And then if they do go back through the middle, I'll have to raise my line to stop them using those spaces again. And at the moment, we are completely frustrating them. And it's good to see. I was really worried because the switch was thrown in my journeyman save. And that's a poor pass. We're going to make mistakes at the back, but we've got to hope that the defence is deep enough to prevent them using the through balls, and it was. And that 22% is what I'm looking at. If that starts to climb, then it means they're using the space in the middle. But so far, this is a good performance. The boys are actually doing their best. You can see they tried to go down the line then, but because the line is deep, they couldn't do it. And again, we've defended well because of where the line is. And I'm hoping that just frustrates them. And we can somehow get up the pitch like this. And one of these might go in, and we've hit the post. And I can't believe what FM is doing. We are so much the better team at the moment. Yeah, it's a balanced mentality. I've answered that one, isn't it? Merry Christmas. Hello, Max. Merry Christmas to you. You've just won the Champions League today against PSG. That's absolutely brilliant news. What a Christmas present. The Spurs high line is there to be... I don't know if they play like that in FM, but they are going to press us. That was a very good first half. Let's say keep working till half-time. There's a couple of boys, like Ling again, is not playing very well. Humphreys isn't having his best game. I don't know what I can do with Ling. He's never given me one good performance since he's been at the club. He's allegedly a good player. I don't know. I don't know why. It's the same as Delap. Delap's on a 6.3. He's never, apart from once, put in a good performance. I just don't know why. He's in FM. He's a good player. He's a good signing to make in FM, but he's never He's never done it, and we're still defending well. But I am watching this growing, although their focus is mainly down the right-hand side now. But I'm watching the middle one growing to 25, which means they are playing down the middle a little bit more in the second half. They might catch me out in a minute because there is space here now. And they're using this area. They're very narrow. They're using this corners of the penalty area, which I don't like very much. The goalkeeper's been a complete twit of himself. So I am going to raise the line now, just to stop them doing that, to stop them using this space in the middle. I leave myself, it's all balance of risk, I leave myself very open on the flanks now. And if I don't close those flanks down well enough, they will take advantage. And again, you can see getting round the back again. The high line is going to hurt me a little bit. They are definitely causing me problems now. And it's definitely down the flanks. And one of these will go in a minute. So let's... I don't think we should be playing with a high line. I think we have to take the chance in the middle. I think we definitely have to just allow them the space in the middle. Goalkeeper did well. What we're not doing now, because you can see their press. They're pressing very high. And what we're not doing is closing down the space in the middle. They are using the space in the middle. And we're not closing that down very well. But we're still in it. And the idea in these games is to stay in the game. And here's Delap. Go on, Delap. Prove me wrong. He couldn't prove me wrong. And that's why this is how you play these games. Get in a low block and just try and stay in the game. And this is good that they've only had one shot on target. I'm going to get Delap off now. And Ling. They are just a waste of space. Ah, boy. I bought Gould so that I didn't have to play Ling. Hurst can come on for Delap. Ling has slightly improved. Humphreys is terrible. And so Fassini can come in. I'm going to put him on a support duty, I think, because I don't feel like I need that extra body up front. I need it at the back. Harwood Bellis has been terrible this season. And I think I might take Ling off. And I think I might put Gould on the wing. And Connor Chaplin can come on and play that role. Let's see how that goes. But at the moment, we're staying in this game. We are away at Tottenham. We're staying in the game. We've got a little bit of the match momentum back. And we have the better shots on target ratio. But I'm just hoping that somebody in one of these chances can put something away. I'm going to go to the assistant again. And they're very tired. Udogi. So I've got Sarr, Maddison and Son type marked. And Kulusevski and Lookman hard tackled. Basuma weaker foot. So Basuma, weaker foot. It's his left foot, isn't it? And then Sarr, Maddison. What is this? Sarr, Maddison, and Son. Kulusevski is not type marked, but he is hard tackled. I think that's probably how it should be. Basuma has come off. He should be on his left foot. And Skip has come on. I don't think really I want to worry too much about him, so we'll turn him onto his left foot. And we'll leave it at that. I've got Tyler Morton, who's very tired and needs to come off. So I will make my couple of changes. Another good save. So I'm now going to make my next changes to see us through the game. Morton is very tired. Hartel can come on for him. And Grozabal is very tired as well. Brandon Williams can come on here. And let's try and see this through. We've just got a few minutes. 15 minutes to go and we might see this through. Kulusevski, his passing has been very poor. That's his shooting, actually. But we're giving away too many free kicks to Maddison. So I'm going to tell them to stay on their feet. Just do not go diving into tackles. They're too good to be diving into tackles now. Sola has got very tired. There's the danger man, but we've covered him, I think. Maddison is a nightmare. So what I'm going to do is ask Hartel, who's just come on, to mark. Oh, wait a minute. He's on the left, isn't he? He's playing on the left. So Brandon Williams can type mark Maddison. Where is he? There he is. What I've got to watch is I'm wondering if they are switching Maddison back and forth. But at the moment we're doing well. Just keep holding on, boys. I'll take a point here. Just, is it going to come? Are we going to be able to hold on? Pedro Porro bursting down the right wing. So far we're holding out. I mean, crossing from there is not an issue. It's when they get behind you that it's an issue. So we've done well stopping them from actually getting those crosses in. And again, we've defended a set piece well. Really well done. But they're coming back. They're coming back at us. They've got a couple of yellow cards they need to be careful of. But this standard line is holding out. I'm wondering if I need to lower it a little bit for the last... Oh, well done, boys. I might even lower the line now. They've really pummeled our goal in the second half, but we've just done really well defensively. We've stopped them. They've only had 2 on target, I think it said. And we've got a chance, and Hurst is in. Oh, the difference between the two teams, eh? You can see Tottenham's not changed their approach, really. They've just constantly tried to go down the flanks. They did switch a little bit. We countered, but I went back to the standard line. And they've just persisted, really, trying to go down the flanks. And we have just persisted, trying to create a counter-attack out of nothing. We've made some counter-attacks. Our finishing has just been really bad, as usual. But keep the ball up there, boys. This is what I want. Don't let them counter-attack. We've got to get back into shape. Look at the space. Oh, no. Look at how many players they've got forward, but we slowed them down. Go on, long shot from nowhere. That's good. And that was the regroup. Lose the ball, and we just, ran back as fast as possible. Hold on, boys. Hold on. I'm going to go to a cautious mentality now. Just hold on. And the point away at Tottenham will be a bonus. If we can sneak a goal, but that's not going to do it, then it would be a huge bonus. If we lose, then that's the way it was. A 1-0 defeat away at Tottenham is a good result. And they almost stole it. Yeah, the defence, the lines have held out. Whether they can hold out now for the last 5 minutes, who knows? I think we've played really well. We've defended well. The low block has worked. We've stopped them getting their crosses in, and they're still persisting in that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my fullbacks on defend. And we're going to make him a fullback on defend now as well. Actually support, because he doesn't like defending too much. And everybody's coming back now. The wingers are going to be... He's going to become a wide midfielder on defend. And we're just going to try and see out this last few minutes. Can we get a point at Tottenham? It's like half a minute to go. Don't do this to me, FM. It would not be very fair. They've put the ball out. And is this going to be full time? It is. We've got a point away at Tottenham. That I was not expecting. Well done, boys. Defended absolutely brilliantly. Absolutely delighted with them. We've gone back up to 10th above West Ham. And we have 40 points. And that 40 points makes us safe. It means we are not getting relegated. And it was, Joshua's a huge result. Psycho Scripts, welcome. And thank you for the message. Merry Christmas for you. And I hope you're having a really good day. I hope your Christmas day is fabulous. I don't think it was about Tottenham missing chances. I think it was about how well our defence played. And that is a big, big result. Liverpool coming up. And then Grimsby. Yay! Grimsby will be nice in the cup. And then we have Chelsea after Norwich. It's just on and on and on it goes. So 40 points. I mean, if we end up with, say, 49 points, that will mean, I think, that we're going to finish in 10th or 11th. And all we've done, we have not got you know how bad this team is, boys. You know how bad this team is. And how poor the signings have been. The loans especially. And yet we're still doing well, and we're doing it with a low block and manipulating the lines. And this is for beginners. This is really important to learn how to manipulate the lines. And you will get, if you do it in this way, you will get results against these teams. Oh my God. Ah, my goodness me. They're not very brave. This is the old Liverpool of FM23, of FM22. Bravery was what you used to use to beat Liverpool in the old days. Tiki-taka, yeah, I know. Tiki-taka means they're going to play here. But they're going to play across the field. But let's not worry about it. Tyler Morton, of course, can't play against his parent club. And we'll deal with that when we come to the game. So that's a good start to the episode. I wasn't expecting that. Any points we can pick up are absolutely valuable. If we get 9 or 10 more points before the end of the season, then we've had a big, big season. Imagine getting promoted and getting 50 points. It's just, nah, not for my next transfer window. It would have been okay for the previous transfer window, but not for the next one. Big games. And then maybe a semi-final of the cup. Who knows? Oh boy. I think this is becoming quite a difficult save, despite what we're doing. It's becoming a difficult save. I'd like to get some players back to fitness, if I may. He's good. He's probably somebody I'll be looking for in the next transfer window. 16 passing, 16 vision. It kind of gives us a little bit more passing ability. Some of these players need to play. Hartel, he's not available, is he? He's on loan from Liverpool, I think, isn't he? Who is he? No, it's not Hartel. Who's the boy? Morton is... so many of them. Jack Taylor, Ling, Hartel, Sola, Firpo, Jason, Ndaba, Harness, Burgess. These are my bench players who are struggling, so I can't have... Oh God, I got Jack Taylor injured now. If you do well, this game really punishes you. It absolutely punishes you. Don't do well, it lets you off really easy. Brandon Williams, Sosa... No, we're not playing this team. I think I'm going to put my first team in where it's possible. Castiles can come back in. Although, look at how my reserve goalkeeper's playing. He's got a 7.4 overall. Can I drop him? No, I can't drop him, can I? He's just playing very, very well. Garosabal. Brandon Williams can come in for Garosabal. Timon can stay. And Morton can't play. So Hartel comes in. Humphreys was poor, so Fassini can come in. And Gould can go onto the left wing. Chaplin can come in as the shadow striker. And Hurst can go up top. That's probably about it. Diallo is fit. He can come in for Jason. Jason can go on the bench. Harwood Bellis didn't play well last time, so Wolfenden can play. McKenna's probably better as the cover. I think he's got a little bit more pace, hasn't he? 14. Actually, Wolfenden is better than McKenna as the cover. So I think that's it. That's what we go with. Don't have a left back there, do I? I've got two right backs. Firpo comes onto the bench. This is a huge game. Absolutely huge. Work the space skin. That's what I'm using. But not the most up-to-date one. This is the previous one. I believe there's subtle differences, and I don't know if you can get the previous one anymore. Unfortunately, when FM25 comes out, there will be no skins. We will have to play with what they give us, and that worries me. Because I think your ability to change things in-game will be limited. looking at the little screenshots that they showed us, I think a lot of that is going to go. It's going to become, over the next 10 years, I think it's going to become Football Spectator, not Football Manager. Where you set your tactic up, send them out onto the pitch, and then the game controls everything. No, we don't do cautious, but we do... No, I want to tackle harder because they're not very brave, so I want to put that back. I don't want a much higher line. Who did that? Me. So we'll just stay in our low block. I am going to put the wing back on support for now. At the start. We are not getting anything out of this game. Veteran, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. I hope everything is going well. And how is your day? Let's have a look. Jota, Diaz. They've got Xerxes playing up front. I do want to type mark Xerxes and Salosabai and Trent Alexander-Arnold. So let's get out there, do what you can. And let's, excuse me. I think I caught that from Andy. Andy's had flu, and I think I've caught his his little cough from him. Don't know how that's possible online, but maybe it is in today's world. And it'd be really nice if we could get something against Liverpool. If we could score a goal, it'd be lovely. That wasn't very good. But we are trying to pass it around. We're giving them a game in the first 3 minutes, and that's all I can ask. Liverpool are 100% down the middle of the pitch. Very much what I would expect, and that is a little bit misleading. But this is very much what I would expect. That they will eventually be playing all across the pitch. And set pieces, I just hate defending set pieces with a poor team. And there it is. And who was marking Trent Alexander-Arnold? Nobody. I told them to type mark him, and they left him alone. But this is going to be tough. Very, very tough. And, well, you can't win them all. Really not much I can do. I'd like to score a goal, FM, if you don't mind. Just make me feel better. And then you can go and give Liverpool 5. We've gone and scored a goal. But is he going to be given offside? It looks like he's going to be given offside. We're not going to get that lucky. Yeah, he's given offside. That's unfair, FM. That is so unfair. Okay, now you can go up the other end and give Liverpool a goal. Go on. The space is down there, right hand side behind Trent. So I'm going to focus our play down the left where we've got Ryan Gould. I think that I don't know, veteran, but it just didn't feel right that they were going to the game was going to let me equalize straight away. I'm going to focus my play. You'll notice that Trent is missing from his fullback duties. I'm going to focus the play down that side and see if we can't exploit that space. I want our right-hand side to diminish and this left-hand side to get stronger. If Trent is missing, that's where we might do it. Because these guys are not pacey, but Gould is pacey. Luis Diaz. What can I do about Luis Diaz? I'm doing pretty much everything I can. Let's ask the right back to tight mark him. Williams is on a yellow card. Ease off the tackles and tight mark Luis Diaz. Well done, boys. Well done. And that's where I want them to focus, because Trent has gone missing, but he's back in position. Lovely. He's gone missing again. Lovely. Oh! Come on, FM. I was so unlucky. You can see that the space is down here. You can clearly see it. I'm not quite sure. I'm looking at this. Our right back, Luis Diaz, is bringing our right back in narrow. And that's okay because they probably using the corner. He's playing as an inverted winger or an inside forward and using the corner of the penalty area. So that's okay. And I think we just keep doing what we're doing. Just trying to defend again. Go make the fans proud. Hurst is on a 6.4 this time. I don't think it matters which one of them, but at least Hurst has been scoring goals, and he did score a goal. A very, very dodgy offside call. But we are dangerous down that left-hand side, so we'll keep doing what we're doing, trying to exploit Trent. And maybe you can see where he is, and so all the space is out here if we can get it back. So maybe what I want to do is get Ling to stay wider. So let's try asking, Gould, just stay wider. Try and exploit that space behind Trent. I mean, we're not going to go through them in midfield. No way. But they are leaving this big gap. And it's just one turnover. 2 turnovers. Oh, boy. I said it was going to be painful. Chaplin is poor. I'm actually going to make him an attacking mid on support. There's very little point. And Diallo is very poor. The right back and the left back have played poorly. George Hurst has got to come off, unfortunately. It's the whole team has played badly. It's 2 set pieces, 2 goals, yeah. I mean, again, defensively, we've been very, very solid. And if the game can only come up with 2 set pieces to beat me, then fair enough. Defensively, our lines have been very solid, compact. There's no space for them. But we are a poor team and we're going to make mistakes, and we're not very good at set pieces. It's 3-0 now. Is it flag up there? No, it's not. Oh boy. It's a little through ball. I can't push the line up even higher. It just is what it is. Said this was going to be painful. Players have got to come off now. Look at this. 6.2. 6.2. 6.4 Diallo. Another signing who just is dreadful. Another signing who can't play football. Oh boy. It's very much over, fam. Very much. I mean, believing that I could get a draw against Tottenham and Liverpool. Nonsense thinking. Where are we in the table as a result? 11th. We are 5 points in front of Manchester United, so we've got a little bit of leeway. I just are hoping they don't make it 7. That's offside. It's not given it. That looked more offside than my goal. Yeah, that was offside. So I don't know what the game's up to. That was more offside than my goal. No, I've had this spike. Merry Christmas spike. I've had this for a while. And I got to demand more. This is shocking. 3 set pieces, is it? Yeah, 3 set pieces. And an injury. Why not make it worse for me, FM? Why not just make it worse for me? I hope you're having a really good day. I hope everybody is having an absolutely fabulous day. Yeah, absolutely, Fnee. Man United are overachieving, definitely. Don't rub it in for me. And, I mean, I don't know what to say to the boys after this. What can I say? You've played really badly. This is one of those situations where if you say you were unlucky, you weren't expected to win, then the team get really upset. But you should be saying you played badly, I think. Losing 4-0 is not good enough defensively. It's just not good enough. Oh, are you going to give me a consolation, FM? Go on, give me a consolation. Liverpool making changes at a corner. Go on, you've given them 3 set-piece goals. Why can't you give me 1? Oh, you're going to give them another goal, are you? One of these days where the lines did not work. 4-3-2-1. How does that work? Like a Christmas tree formation. We weren't good enough. Yeah, you have to say that, even though you're not supposed to win. 4-0 is not good enough. And I don't think it was to do with the lines. I don't think that it was to do with anything I did. 3 set pieces. Yeah, let's have another injury. I love injuries. Oh, but I do not love this glitch. Well, Grimsby in the cup. And it's on TV. For a place in the semi-final. A 4-3-2-1. I'm guessing you've got What shape would that be? I can't actually even... So, a 4-3-2-1, I'm guessing you'd have a defensive mid, 2 centre mids, and are you talking about 2 midfielders? This kind of formation? So that's my low block, isn't it? And this one is the mid block. So that, I mean, yes, of course it can work. The problem is you have to have these wing backs, both of them need to be going up and creating the width. And it can work. So you've got to have 3 good defensive players here. And these, I would suggest that they stay wider so that you spread them out. This one, I would probably say get him in there as an anchor or a half-back, and then he can slip into the gap into the middle when you're under pressure. One on a support, one on attack. These boys are going to have to provide the width. You're going to overload the middle of the field. You could have, if he's going up here on attack, you could have him staying wider. You could have him on attack going forward. Yeah, it'll work. It'll work really nicely. Now I've got to get my boys back into shape. Hartel, Chaplin, up there. Diallo, Gould, Timon, McKenna, Wolfenden, Williams. So that will work. That Christmas tree will work. You just got to create width from somewhere. 4-0. I think we have to put that result behind us. But we've only had 1 point in the last 5 games. So, well, look at the schedule. It's awful. 1 point. No, we beat Nottingham Forest. 3, 4. 4 from 9, though. I'd say that's not bad. If we can beat Norwich, that would be 7 from 12. That's pretty good. It just means that we're... lose another one. We're going to slip down the table. But we're doing okay. And this all we're trying to do is survive. And with 40 points, I think we've survived. And so I think we've already got him on the... yeah. He's the kind of player I would be looking to sign next time, because he's just technically making the team a little bit better. Not sure about him. We'll keep scouting him, though. Oh, Solar. Absolute nightmare. Important player, but he's not going to like it. Oh, he did. It's Hartel who didn't like it. He's okay. There's a lot of competition. In fact, there's no competition in his place. Yeah, that it will work, but remember the shadow strikers are going to have to go past someone. The idea of a shadow striker is that they're moving forward into dangerous areas. So Play them with someone like a complete forward or a deep-lying forward. Someone who comes deep and takes the ball and allows them to move into the space. Someone with decent vision up front. But yeah, of course it will work. Most formations will work. Do we have any options here? Not for the main players. Grimsby, huh? Are we going to beat Grimsby after that thrashing by Liverpool? Harwood Bellis, I agree with that. Although he's playing rubbish at the moment. Garosabal can come back into the team. Diallo, who's having an absolutely terrible season. He can't play. He's Solar. Let's give Solar a game. I'm really desperate not to put Jason on there. Broadhead can come in for a Gould. Gould can come on the bench for a while. Tyler Morton should come back into the team. Hartel on the bench. That's pretty decent. There's nobody else from that lot that I want to... Wes Burns has been injured, hasn't he? That's why. Could bring Burns back onto the bench. He's not fit, but he can like have a run out from the bench. And then that means... Hey, Blob, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Happy to see you. How was your day? And let's get a result against Grimsby, boys. Let's get a result. Get to the cup semi-final. That's not my job. You deal with that. I'm just like feeling that we've gone as far as we can now. That we've got the points that we needed. And it's going to get much, much harder. Much, much harder for us to get points. Especially against teams who we're expecting to get points from. This might not be as easy as I think it's going to be. I might have to think carefully about this, because I think we have to attack them. They're in the Championship, I guess. No, they're in League 2. So we have to push up. So just for a change, that's my low block. And that shouldn't be much higher. It should be higher. And this is my mid block. And I think we should be pushed right up with a higher line. And I'm going to take a chance and counter press them. Probably not a good idea because we've not played ever with a counter press. And of course we have to play positive. And Hurst can play as the poacher. No, I'm going to play him as an advanced forward. Because we're playing with an attacking mid. And that's what he wants to play as. Awesome, mate. we're just all chilling out here as well. Moving this Ipswich save on. Good. Liverpool lost. I love it. Chelsea beat Oxford. It's a day of surprises. No, we're not going to change our passing style. We're going to play positive, though. Sloggett. What a good name. Greg Sloggett. They are absolutely exhausted as well. I think we actually should be pressing them, trying to get them to make a mistake. So we're going to counter press when we lose the ball. So we should actually be going for the jugular here. I mean, that would be really bad if we lose to a League Two team now. I want to see a marked improvement. Need a strong defence. We don't often say in this save that I expect. But against Grimsby, I expect. There's a cup semi-final on the table here if you want it, boys. Push up, give them a hard time. He should be attack, yeah. And it's very, very quiet, nothing much happening. They are going to give it their best shot, aren't they? Without a doubt. They are looking to go down the flanks. Hey, Lesinema. Your name is hard. Lesinema. How are you doing? Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, fam. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. And hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm hoping that we can make it to the cup semi-final at the end of this game. A bonus in our season of survival. And even in the Prem, we are in 11th, I think, and that is good for a first-timer in the Prem with what is really an appalling team. So finishing 12th or something like that, and then getting to the cup semi-final, that would be a very good season. But they are looking to exploit me down the flanks. And a League Two team shouldn't be 1-0 up against us. FM, I hate you. Is this going to be one shot, one goal? We're going to go attacking. I really am losing my patience with FM. And it is so bad. It's just so bad. They are in League Two and we can't beat a League Two team now. I'm going to drop my line because they're playing down the flanks. And I guess my responsibility, because we should have just played the way we've been playing. And I shouldn't be attacking. I should have gone cautious in a low block. FM is not ready for me to change the tactic. This is a silly game at times. Very silly. But we have equalised. Maybe it is going to address the situation. Cheers, Blob, for jumping in. And hey, James, Merry Christmas to you as well. Maybe the game is going to address this. I'm just... I'm appalled at FM sometimes. The coding is just so weird. Oh, boy. And they are playing more like they would be playing if they were playing a Gegenpress. And I don't know if Grimsby are good enough to be playing a Gegenpress against us. But maybe we're going to... Oh, boy. Are we really that bad a team? I think we are. I think we really are a bad team. So let's go positive instead of attacking. I don't know what else to do. I'm playing in the way we should be playing. We should be putting pressure on them and trying to take the ball off them. If you guys can't score, that's not my problem. It's just like, come on. FM, don't be a fool. You make a fool of yourself so often. Don't be a fool again. Oh, this game. I knew this was going to be a tough episode, but I was expecting to beat Grimsby. Ah, boy. Do I want to keep the ball as well? Do I want to play shorter and keep the ball? Oh, look at the possession stats in a minute. It does look like we're just giving the ball away to them. But they are trying to play over the top. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Are you going to give this game away, FM, are you? Yep. Grimsby from the League 2 are going to the FA Cup semi-final. Unless I do something. They are definitely the better team. I'm going to go into a low block because this game is stupid. So let's go into a low block. Because they are clearly a better team than Ipswich. Going to go into a low block, shorter passing, try and keep the ball. Which we will do now. Celebrating in front. I can't even get excited when the game behaves in this way. It just takes any excitement away from me. Because it's being stupid. And I'm going to go into this low block now to see if that improves our fortunes. And we'll step up more, yeah. So we'll compress the space and try to keep them off the ball. But this is something we should not be doing against Grimsby. But the game wants me to do that. But I can't counter-press them now, which is probably a good thing because we can't counter-press anyway. Even against League 2 teams. Well, there we are. The low block is better. Which doesn't make any sense to me, FM. This is not football. I'm not quite sure why that would work better against a team from League 2. I understand why it will work better against Tottenham. But I don't understand why it will work better against Grimsby. And this game is being foolish. So I'm now going to try and keep the ball as well. Just keep the ball away from them. We don't want to counter press. When it does this, I can't get excited. Even though we're winning now quite comfortably, we shouldn't have to play in a low block to get it. But now we're all over them. Now we're starting to get the possession back. We're still not very good at scoring goals. That's because I'm stuck with Hurst and Delap. Oh boy, oh boy. Sola is now injured. Marvellous. Everything that can go wrong, huh? Where's Burns? He's not 100% fit, but he'd have to have a game. It's nice to have him back, actually. Ryan Gould for Broadhead. No, we don't need to do that yet. I want to play Ryan Gould, though. Let's go with what he says, and let's get out there. Cup semi-final, huh? We've had a good run. We had an easy run. We've had all easy teams, which is another strange thing the game does. But I don't understand why the low block is necessary for us to play well. I do understand that against Tottenham, but I do not understand it against Grimsby, who seem to me to be playing like they're playing in a gegenpress or a control possession. It could be direct counter-attack, I guess. It could be. In which case the lines should hold, but they're not going to, are they? But, I mean, there's an example of how good the low block is in FM24. They just can't get the ball over the top, or they can't use the space in front. No, you're not that good, Hurst. Don't even try it. You are not that good. What a plonker. Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final, eh? Can we go on and win the cup? That'll be funny. Hurst is a twit. Futurina. Merry Christmas, my friend. And I hope your day is really good. It's good to have Burns back. Someone who actually knows what he's doing on the right wing there. It's good to have him back. All we've had is Jason and Sola, who have no idea what they're doing. Yeah, they just simply can't break down the low block. It's just such a shame that I've had to use a low block to beat Grimsby. But you can clearly see now they have no idea how to break it down. When what we should be doing is attacking this team. And maybe the game is just saying, well, you're not good enough to attack teams, so you're not allowed to do it against anybody, even like Vanarama sides. You have to stay in your low block. You're pretty much useless as a team. I don't know. It's a very odd situation. And Fassini is looking a bit tired. Hartel can come on for Fassini. And Ryan Gould, I might leave him on the bench actually. It's time to bring Castiles back at some point. I'm tempted to just switch my goalkeeper as everybody is. I think I'm going to wait because I need to see who's tiring. Just wait a little while. Thought we were going to get another set-piece goal against us then for a minute. God, I mean, I don't want to look at the stats for set-pieces. We must be bottom of the league goals conceded from set-pieces. Is that a sign of tiredness, Broadhead, or are you just being a complete plonker? Sideways passing is not what we do, boys, but we are playing shorter now, aren't we? I don't like this sideways passing with this team. They're prone to mistakes. Go on, Chaplin. And another one. There you go. It does mean I have to stay in this low block. I cannot come out of this low block. We are doomed. We cannot move out of the low block. Scarier than Luca. Actually, if we can get the ball to him in these areas, then he is good at putting them in the back of the net. We're just not very good at getting the ball to him. And as for Delap, it doesn't matter if you get the ball to Delap. He still can't do it. But at least Hurst, in these areas, as like a poacher, that's why I want to play him as a poacher. He's capable of doing it. Anybody tiring? Like cantering through this game, aren't they? Let's give Ryan Gould some minutes. And then probably the other. Let's strengthen on the right-handed side. Let's strengthen. And watch me get an injury now. Well, looks like a cup semi-final. Oop. Another highlight. What are we in now? Chaplin doesn't look very scary today. So Manchester City, Chelsea and Ipswich so far. I mean, it'd be the end of the road in the semi-final, but to get to the semi-final with this bunch of no-hopers who are supposed to finish in 20th, 1,000 to 1 outsiders to win the title, I'll take that. And Hurst has got his hat-trick. Has he got a hat-trick? Oh, George says, why can't you do it in the Prem? He's much better than Delap. Delap would have missed that. And Hurst nearly missed it. They're having a bad day now. I mean, but the low block. Why should I need to go into a low block to beat this team? Doesn't make any sense to me. As soon as I went into the low block, we absolutely dominated the game. And Grimsby were not sitting back. And they're not sitting back now. So we should have been able to find the space behind them without any problems. But we had, it is what it is. I recognised we needed to go back into the low block, and that's what we did. Shorter passing does not suit this team, though. So let's go back to doing what we do. I think we're almost home and dry. Doesn't matter if they get a consolation, it is of no consequence. And it's going to be a victory. The cup semi-final awaits. FM is a bizarre game. And 5-1, we'll take that. As it should be, that scoreline. But I shouldn't have had to move into a low block to do it. So, who are we going to get in the semi-final, huh? Yep, he did get a hat-trick. So when is the next game? Norwich. 3 points against Norwich would be very nice. But there is an international break to go through. Oh, I didn't see who the last team were into the FA Cup. Haven't been played. We've got Chelsea, Arsenal. Thought they were played. Aston Villa and Tottenham. Okay, haven't been played. So you don't say W in Norwich. That's just age. Norwich. I used Hurst up on top on his own with Kjærgaard and Buonette as shadow strikers. If you can get him close to goal, he will score goals. There's no doubt about that. Oh, that was the Premier League. Man United lost again. That's a good result. So Bournemouth and Man United and Crystal Palace are 5 points behind us. So this is what we're battling. We ain't getting up here anymore because West Ham are now 4 points in front. So we're battling for like a position around 12th, which will be, I would say that would be very successful. And here's the other one, Aston Villa, Tottenham. And Aston Villa have beaten Tottenham. Norwich 1, Newcastle 2. So we ain't getting up here. We're just not good enough. But we're looking at battling for between 11 and 14th. Trying to get one of those slots. Here comes the FA Cup semi-final draw. Who are we going to get? Arsenal, Chelsea, Aston Villa or Manchester City. It doesn't really matter whichever one. I don't want to get Haaland. That would, because every time Haaland touches the ball, he scores. Aston Villa or Arsenal and Chelsea, please. Aston Villa be nice. Come on. Aston Villa will be very nice, but we're not going to get that. We're going to get Man City, aren't we? Oh, we are going to get Aston Villa. Is a final on the cards here. We could beat Aston Villa if we play well. Can we get to the final? Oh boy, this is the first big team though we've had to play in the run. But it would be so funny. Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 0. All the teams at the top are pulling away now. But I remember one time we were in 6th. So we have not done badly this season. What day? 19th of March. The next game is 20. Yep, all these boys can play. They can all play. He's injured. He can't play. Sola can play. They can all have a game. Wolfenden, no. I'll probably get an injury to 2 of them in this friendly, though. Norwich, Manchester United and Brentford coming up. How many points should we be thinking about getting from those 3 games? I think 4 would be good. 4 points would be good because we would go up to 44 points then. So I think if we can beat Norwich and draw against United and draw against either United or who's the other one? Brentford. 4 points would be really good out of the next 9. And we don't have to worry about the FA Cup yet because it's a long way off. When is the FA Cup semi-final? 19th of April. So it's a long way off. We've got 3 big Premier League games. If we can, I'd say, get 4 points out of that, we're looking at close to 50 points, which would be very, very good for a team like this. Very, very good, because they're the worst team I've managed in a long time. Bless them. Can't shoot, can't pass, can't tackle. They can't really do anything. He's too expensive. I'd like to buy him, but he's too expensive. Oh, of course I'm pleased. Of course I'm pleased. The silly questions you get asked. Were you pleased to see him scoring for his country? No. I support the other team, so of course I didn't want him to score. They're not that good, are they, Norwich? No pace. They don't have any acceleration. Their crossing is poor. They can't tackle. They've got no work rate. First touch is dreadful. That's another team we should be putting pressure on. They don't make very good decisions. They're off the ball, and marking is very poor. Finishing isn't very good. It's another team we should be putting pressure on, but I can't because we can't play in any other system than a low block. And I'm going to put him as an attacking mid. But he can go on an attack role. And this is like the biggest game of the season. Where are Norwich? In 8th. So I'm looking for 4 points for Norwich, Manchester United and Brentford. Anything more than that is a huge bonus. Hey Serkan, how are you doing? Merry Christmas to you. And I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm just experimenting here to see if people would come and watch a stream on Christmas Day. But I will be streaming again tomorrow night, Boxing Day night, with the continuing the Journeyman save. So I'll be doing that tomorrow night. So adding another one in on Christmas Day, it's perfect. Who's that? Diatta. Not for the next transfer window. At this point, if you are a beginner playing this game, at this point we are now in the 28th of March. Before the budgets are set, and they won't set the budgets for Ipswich yet. Before the budgets are set, you've got to start scouting, especially if you have money. I have 8 million, which I could spend before the next budget. So if you can get rid of that 8 million and bring in a really good player who will be very useful for you for next season, because we've got to assume we are going to be staying up. Identifying who's going to leave. I'm going to need another shadow striker. And do I have anything as a Konza who is, let's scout him. You got be aware that you already have to start preparing, looking for players, who's going to leave and who are you going to need to bring in to strengthen particular areas. So you should be starting thinking about that now. I haven't thought about it yet, which it's just suddenly come to mind. But around about March, and especially if you've got money to spend it. If you are a big team, then you probably don't need to. But if you're a little team like this and you've got 8 million in the bank, try and improve a particular position. Get somebody in advance. Cheeky Burger Stain, a Merry Christmas to you too, and thank you for popping in to say Merry Christmas and enjoy your day. I hope you're having a lovely time. And then let's go and beat Norwich. Come on. Hit early crosses. We'll bear that in mind. We won't do it yet. And we'll go, because we're at home, I'm going to go positive. I'm going to play with a higher line. Thank you, Cheeky Burger Stain. Wonderful. We've had 21 likes, which is really cool. Rafa, good to see you. And thanks for coming in to say hello. And hello, Agus. And I got to focus now because we really need to win in this derby. And I'm not going to pick that team, actually. Broadhead probably should be replaced with Gould. And I want to put Humphreys back in the team because it's a derby. Timon, Garosable, McKenna, Howard Bellis is good. Some of the Burns, Harness probably can be replaced by Fassini. Broadhead on the bench, Delap going home as soon as possible. Delap, I really don't know why you are alive. I think that's the worst loan move I've ever made in FM history. I know you all want to beat our rivals. Go on, boys. Let's get out there and beat them. Norwich have got one more season in the Premier League ahead of us, I think. So they've probably got better players by now. But what I want is effort. I want to go to the assistant. I forgot to do that. We'll ask the assistant. We'll type mark him. And we'll type mark the midfield totally. You want to be careful about the wing backs in a 4-4-2. And I might actually lower the line if they're going to play down the flanks. Got a high line because of they didn't have any pace, but that's I'm not seeing a lack of pace. So I'm going to lower the line as well. I mean, it gets so defensive against teams all the time. Stephen, how are you, my friend? And a Merry Christmas to you. Can I just remind all members, because I'm seeing you showing up, Fam and Stephen in green, to cancel your memberships, because within the next couple of days I will be turning off the YouTube partner program. And I have heard that it takes a few days for them to catch up, so I don't want you to have to spend any more money in case YouTube doesn't catch up when I switch it off. There's a good reason why I want to switch it off, because it's going to hurt me financially if I still get money from YouTube. I'm not quitting YouTube. I just don't want them to pay me anything, because it will hurt me financially big time. And if the channel keeps growing and growing and growing, then who knows? I might switch it back on again. But at the moment, I don't want any money for them. I don't want to hurt myself doing YouTube. Pensioners in this country live their lives in fear, and I live my life in fear of the government. So you would help me a lot by doing that, mate. Thank you very much. As I said, I'm not quitting YouTube. Just don't want to be paid. Now back to this football match. Norwich are a little bit of the better team, but there's not much in it at the moment. We have the possession, which is kind of strange. And I think we'll take off, get stuck in. It's probably not a good idea. It looks to me like Norwich are winning this game. So my 4 points from 9 is not materializing. They are winning this game. Yeah, right. Okay, thanks, Stephen. You're still showing up in green. That's why I mentioned it. And I just don't believe what's going on here. I knew this was going to be a tough session today. To do it on Christmas Day is probably horrible on myself. I don't know how we can stop this. The low block isn't working. Not at the moment. Merry Christmas, Ajosa, and I wish you all the very best for the new year too. I hope it's really good for you. I hope that today is a wonderful day for you. So the low block isn't working clearly. Which is a bit of a... And losing the ball here means an attacking situation is going to occur, a very dangerous one. That's another glitch with FM. Every time you lose the ball on the right wing. There it is. Yep. I knew. As soon as we lost the ball on the right wing. As soon as he gave that away. Okay, well, the only thing I can do now is push the lines up. The low block isn't working. I've got to push the lines up. And I'm going to try and keep possession. It's, sometimes I despair about FM. Is it drinking coffee, enjoying in the day, watching FM can be better? Watching someone getting so frustrated. It's like, what do I expect? We are the worst team in the Premier League. What do I expect? We're probably the worst team of all the championship teams as well. So why am I expecting to win games? Everything should be just a bonus. But we do have a chance, and Hurst has equalised. But he's offside. Is he going to be given offside? I personally don't think he was, and quite rightly it's awarded. It is a strange game, Ajos, and I sometimes wonder why on earth do we play it? And it's because of I think it's human nature to want to win. And that's why we play it, because no matter how bad things are, you want to win. And that's why we keep coming back. It's kind of like a weird thing. But we have come back into the game now. And actually now, looking at the stats, we are better than Norwich. So maybe we should go short passing from now on. Change the style of play completely. Because we needed to against Grimsby, and it's working much better against Norwich now. Just looking at it, I think we, according to the stats, Ryan Gould has given everything in 45 minutes. Are you kidding me? You really are having a laugh. Can't you think of anything else, FM? Now you're going to have my players tired by half time? Unbelievable. So come on, Chaplin. At the moment, we are the better team. And I think deservedly so. And just a little change has helped. Penalty, ref. No, he's given offside. Of course he was offside. We're not getting a penalty. Let's have a look. Gray, Sarah, and Ida. I think we'll go with that. Proud of everyone's efforts. Keep going and we can win this. Come on, boys. Come on. Give me a win. FM is the girl, love. Love it or hate it, you always come back. And as I just think we have this desire to win. We still got the momentum. In fact, Norwich hardly have had the momentum at all. And we are the better team. And we've got possession now. I think the game doesn't want to give me points anymore. It's doing its best to stop giving me points. And not another goal from a set piece, please. Having all the teams against me because they can't beat the low block score from set pieces is illegal. Has to be. When are you going to give them a penalty? Go on, Hurst. Go on, Sam. It's crowded out there. Right, let's get Gould off the pitch. Broadhead can come on for him. How come he got so tired? Again, the right winger is on a 6.2. Let's get Wes Burns on again. I'm having to use the players who were in the championship. I might as well not have gone into the transfers at all and just use the championship players and save the club money, because that's who I'm having to play anyway. Sarah and Sains are the problems. I've got Sarah type marked, haven't I? But one of the wingers could be a problem. That's not going to hurt us. Come on, boys. Come on. Another goal. Let's get this win. Beating the rivals will be nice. Go on, son. No, not this time. Addictive, yeah. And I think it is about this need to win. That's why it's addictive. Oh, come on, boys. This is not good enough. Let's demand more. You've got to be better than that. The 4-4-2 is also horrible to play against. If you don't close him down, he's going to score. And the right one, just in case. They're now trying to come inside. Hatsky has done very, very well. But at some point, I've got to bring the other goalkeeper, the main goalkeeper, back in. He's covered for him really well. Okay, mate, we'll see you in a bit. What time is it now? 3:51. We've been going for a couple of hours. So let's get that back to passing. One day we're going to get a penalty as well. We don't get many penalties at all, probably because we don't get in the box too often. To get penalties, you've got to get into the penalty area. This is a good break. But luckily, his finishing was awful. Howard Bellis is out on his feet. And Humphreys is not playing well. He was a good player first half of the season, but now he's just fallen apart. We'll see who tires the most in the next 5 minutes. Come on, boys, come on. One more goal. That's 3 points here would be wonderful. We've shut them out completely. Can we score is the question. Can we get that cross into the 6-yard box for Hurst? That's not going to do it, Chaplin, I'm afraid. Come on, boys, come on. Losing the ball in midfield. God, they have so many players up for this attack, but that was a poor attack. They had about 7 players up for that attack. If we could have just been a little bit quicker with our distribution. This is interesting. I may have to raise the line in a minute because they're trying to come through the middle. Let's do that. Let's hit early crosses, get the ball into the box. It's a good idea. That is a good idea. Our finishing is just dreadful. We're going to need a stroke of luck. Connor Chaplin, Tyler Morton, Timon, probably Timon. Let's put someone fresh on there. A draw against Norwich would be good. It's not the 3 points that I wanted. But now it could be. No, it could be. I said we'd need a stroke of luck. And have we got one? Have we got one? Norwich's defending was absolutely appalling. Come on, boys. We just need to hold on to this now. Let's hold on. What I am going to do is, because we're playing short passing, we're just going to time waste a little bit. And therefore, that doesn't help us. That does. We'll leave that because it's working. The mid block is working. Pick up the second ball. Nope. That's okay. That's okay. The mid block is working because they're taking long pot shots from outside the box. I don't think we forced them to do that, but that's the reason why it's working. So what I want to do now is make sure these are on a defend duty. Because we're not picking up the loose balls. And I do want to go into a low block in a moment. But yeah, I definitely don't want them passing the ball around in that area. Oh, and they've scored. Oh, sometimes you just hate FM, don't you? You just hate it. 89 minutes. And this nonsense. And you just hate it sometimes. But I did say at the start, this is going to be a horrid, horrid episode. It is not going to be nice. Sarah has been an absolute menace. Too late to do anything about him now. But there's nothing I can do more about him now anyway. Let's close him down as well. Oh, it just breaks your heart all the time. It breaks your heart. Two early chances against Barcelona being punished 5-0. The game just has a way of breaking your heart. It's hard. So, like, it's so hard for us to score goals, so hard for us to get a lead, and so easy for the opposition to take everything we've got away. That would have been such a good 3 points. We'd have gone up to 10th again. And against Norwich, it's one of the fixtures you would target. And they're going to beat us, are they? I'm going to go into a low block now. Pull the line back. Step up more. Let's go back to what we know. Just get rid of it from... Put numbers behind the ball and wolf it up the pitch. That's the only way we know how to play football. Just hammer it up the pitch and see what happens. One more chance. Go on. One more chance. No. Not to be. Stolen. I would say that's stolen. They didn't like that. I can't fault your effort. Now we're still in 11th. But we've got 2 harder fixtures coming up. So we're not going to get our 4 points out of 9. This is just so hard. 2 draws, 1 defeat and a win. Let's play Manchester United. And then we will go off and cry somewhere. Oh, this game. But all we got to do is keep battling. Keep trying. If you're the worst team in the league, this is how it's going to be. Aston Villa in the Cup semi-final might be interesting, though. I mean, you can see United now are closing the gap. This is like such a big game now. Beat United, they won't close the gap. If we lose, then that battle for the 10th to 14th spot begins. So I'm going to say we're going to lose. It's from Work the Space. Ayosha is the original one. It's not the up-to-date one. Now, I don't know if you can get the original one anymore, because there are apparently subtle differences. But I haven't tried the up-to-date one, so I don't know. I can't say. So Manchester United, tiki-taka, so we need to be playing with a higher line. Yeah, low block, we don't want to get stuck in. We'll step up more. All that's good. We'll play as we usually play. That's all good. Uh, 20th. Ale boy. We were expected to finish in 20th. I expect it's still the same. This is probably the worst team I've ever had in FM. All the signings I've made have been absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I'm having to use the championship team that came up in the main. Let's have a look. Are we still predicted to finish 20th? Oh, we've moved up a place. Norwich, because they didn't beat us, have gone down to 20th. We're in 19th. So we are overachieving by a million miles. And we're doing that with the lines, basically. We're just moving our lines according to how the opposition are playing. So against Manchester United, we'll play with a high line. We'll then monitor if they're where their focus of attack is, and we'll adjust accordingly. It's just a simple way of doing it. I mean, I think if we hadn't been doing that, we'd be in dire straits by now. But we have survived, and that was just our brief, was to survive. And we've survived. 41 points is enough, even at this stage. If we don't get another point, we will survive. I hope we can get to 50 points. That's my hope. But I need to get some points in these next 2 games. Otherwise, it's not looking too pretty. You just got it, have you? Well, version 1.1. All right, so you can get it, which is good news. Liverpool book a Europa League spot. Yeah, very nice for them too. So Chelsea will play Manchester City. It's called a shock, that. Chelsea beating Arsenal is called a shock in FM. Interesting. Oh, lovely. We just love the injuries that you're giving us. So that's another championship team player that's coming back in. So Wolfenden will have to come in there. We are not playing Solar anymore. That is not happening. Gould is coming out here. I'm going to actually put him back as a shadow striker. Seems to play better that way. Fassini can stay there. Morton can stay there. Yep, that's probably about it. Humphreys can come on the bench. I think Brandon Williams might be a better option here. Humphreys can come on the bench. Harness, Broadhead and Delap. Diallo. Diallo maybe for Broadhead. But it's like it's a weird save, this, because we might as well have not bothered in the transfer window. Aston Villa 3, that's the Premier League, isn't it? So that's a good result. Brentford losing keeps them down the bottom. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Blitz is that... hey, Scott, Merry Christmas to you too. Good to see you. That's what I've heard. Blitz is that it's just subtle differences. And I don't actually know what they are. But I've heard it's not as good. So, can't say any more than that, really. I'm happy with this one. I like it. I think it serves my needs. It's got everything I need. It doesn't slow the game down. A little bit, I guess, but not too much. That's bothering me. I wonder why the game producers can't make skins for us. Give us 3 or 4 that we can choose from. I don't know why the game developers don't do that. It's like really weird. Because pretty much most players go out and look for a skin as soon as they get the game. So I don't know why they don't offer us the skins. If other people can make them, surely SI can make them. And probably wouldn't be too difficult for them and wouldn't take too much time. So in terms of the schedule... 2 games against Aston Villa again. FM, I've just with the Newcastle save, I played Chelsea 4 times. Now we got Aston Villa back-to-back. Stop that. You said you were taking that out. So many problems with this game. So many. Oh, boy. Yeah, in the Newcastle season, in the Journeyman, we played Chelsea 4 times in 5 games. Every cup we got drawn against them. It's the most ridiculous thing. Manchester City, Ipswich. Manchester United, Ipswich. This is tough. I'm not playing Delap. No chance. I'm not having him mess things up again. Now we're going to play as we play. I know you want us to be cautious, but we've got to have some attacking threat. Wolfenden isn't fit. Cameron Burgess can't play as... He's going to have to play. Ah, boy. Okay, we're going with that. Let's see what happens. I don't feel very optimistic, although we did beat Manchester United 3-0 when we played them at home. We've got nothing to lose here. Let's show people how good you are. I would never say that to them. I like the lies I tell these boys. The lies I tell them. Let's go and show people how good. Mason Mount needs type marking. He's a menace in FM24. And Bruno Fernandes. Mason Mount is probably one of the best players in the game in FM24. Watch out what he does. He will cause me all sorts of problems. He's just like, how did he get so good, FM? He's not that good. In fact, I would sell him in the transfer window coming up because I'm fed up of him. Absolutely fed up of him as a Man United fan. He doesn't do any work at all. And people keep saying he's one of the most hard-working players in the team. I don't see him doing anything. I was like, no, you're out of the door, sunshine. And don't sign any more of these high-paid players. We don't want them. Don't want them. So the line's right. Got to play with a higher line because they are going to play across the line. But I do think I want this full-back closing down more. And this full-back closing down more. And FM, please do not set piece goals again. Enough of that nonsense. And we're not winning the second balls, which isn't very good. That's good. We've taken that ball off him. But I was worried there because I asked him to close down more, but he didn't. Oh, there's a goal coming up. We've lost the ball on the right wing again. There's a goal coming up. Now Wes Burns is doing it. Oh, they didn't score. Maybe Manchester United didn't score because they're not capable of scoring. But always, if you lose the ball on that right wing, it's going to result in a goal opportunity. Sometimes for yourself, but mostly for the opposition. Also, if there's a throw-in here on the right-hand side, near to the edge of the penalty area, that is usually going to be a goal. the moment we're getting taken apart. And we just got to stay in this game. Stay in the low block. Stay in this game as best we can. Another set piece. I always score against me against set pieces. I've had 1 goal from open play since we started the session. 2 if you include Grimsby were able to do it. Every other goal has come from a set piece against us. Oh boy, oh boy. Ten minutes, we are 2-0 down. We're not in the game now. We can't stay in the game. We got to take Mark Rashford. I thought that FM had taken his overpoweredness out of the game, but they haven't. Oh well, another game down the pan. I don't think... Have we won one? Only Grimsby we've won today. This looks horrible. 6-0, do you think? Let's put him on defend. We're looking at a 6-0 thrashing here, I think. I can't take the game to them. They are absolutely hammering me. And the low block is not stopping them getting like hundreds of shots away. And they're all on target. So the low block is not stopping them. So let's go into a mid block. See if that does any better. Try and keep them away from our goal. But we're just going to get murdered now in a mid block. But if the low block's not working, then what else can I do? We're all over the place. Oh boy, the joys of being a bad team. And I want that to go back to passing, if you don't mind. Look at this nonsense. Mason Mount doesn't need tight marking. But Luke Shaw does. Come on, let's get this over with. How did we beat Manchester United 3-0 last time? It just doesn't make any sense. But then this game is not designed to make sense. We haven't created a single shot yet. That was our first shot, was it? The only thing I can do is lower. If I lower the line and push the line further up, will that work? I don't think it will. It's going to be far too much space. And they're way too pacey to have anything other than a standard line. They're just too good for us, I'm afraid. Go on, another goal from a set piece. Why not? Every goal has come against us from a set piece, so why not have another one? This is rubbish. The only thing I can think of now goes back to the mid-block and remembering what we had to do against Grimsby. Try and keep the ball. Let's try it. The lines are not working at all. Doesn't matter where the lines are. Really doesn't matter. So I've got to try something different. This is appalling. It was pathetic. Look at them. 6.4, 6.3, 6.3, 6.3 from Wolfenden. Had to play him because my goalkeeper, I'm really quite angry. And Ma, Merry Christmas to you too. He left Chelsea, unfortunately. Chelsea can have him back as far as I'm concerned. He's like an overpaid, lazy player. As far as I'm concerned, I've never seen him do anything constructive in that team. And I don't know, some people think he's one of the most hard-working in the team. I don't see that. I can't see that at all. How are you doing, Anma? I hope you're having a lovely day. And in fact, I think that Amarin has started leaving him out now. He just is not good enough. Let's go positive. Let's try and take the game to Manchester United for 10 minutes, see what happens. Another set piece. Why are teams having so many set pieces against us? It's the most bonkers game, and then we can't defend against them. These two have got to come off. Come off early, because they're just like so bad. 3 of them, actually. And what's Burns up to? He's absolutely rubbish as well. 6.2. Harness is going to have to play. Not Humphreys. Harness. Gould. I don't have anybody who can come on there now, do I? Gould will have to stay on then. I only have a limited amount of players, FM. They're only all going to play badly. Wolfenden has to come off. He's just like one of the worst players in Christendom. Never plays well. And then Gould has still got to come off. It's like shocking. What can I do? Humphreys can play on attacking mid-left. Fazzini needs to ease off the tackles. He can go on support. And that's it. It's not my defence that's playing badly. It's the attack again. Maybe they're just not able to hold the ball up. They're giving it away. And maybe we should now adapt a high line. I don't think it matters. I don't even know why I'm concentrating on it. It doesn't matter. In this game, we can't tackle. It seems like we can't tackle. They're just running past us with the ball. We're not tackling is another example. So let's get stuck in. It's terrible. Hurst is dreadful. Wonder if Delap with his Manchester City connections might be a good idea. It's a game that we haven't actually had a single shot. And I don't know, we just hammered Man United last time. You remember, we beat them 3-0. It could have been 8. And that's probably why they're at the bottom. So I don't know why the game is so different this time. Our players haven't got any worse. And looking at the table, United's haven't got any better. Well, at least we're getting stuck in now. We weren't winning any tackles. Delap could not hit a barn door if it fell on him. It's like, please, FM, why are you making him so bad? He is not a bad footballer in real life. Why are you making him so bad? I just can't play him at all. It's like, why are all my signings so useless? FM, please, come on. Stop it. He couldn't hit a barn door if it actually fell on his head. Oh boy. It's a one game where he got 2 goals and the rest of it has been 6.2s. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is FM making him so bad? In real life, he's quite a decent little footballer. Well, not a little footballer, he's a big footballer, strong. And he scores goals. And he makes a nuisance of himself up top. In this save, he's like a 4-year-old child trying to play out there. Who was that? That was Brendan Williams. Who would be a manager in real life of this team? I don't think they'd be able to employ one. I think the managers in real life would look at this team and say, I'm not going anywhere near them. Oh, boy. Oh, it's horrid. I did say it was going to be a painful episode. It started well. We got the 0-0 draw against Spurs. I thought maybe it's not going to be so bad. But my goodness me. What a dreadful team this is. And the worst thing is that I've made all those signings. And I can't play them because they're so bad. And that, look, that was just like, oh, God. Yeah, why not, United? Why not? Yeah, why not? I don't want to see it again. No, thank you. Enough for one session. The pain is too much. I guess that FM's just evened it up, I guess, after we beat them 3-0 earlier on. How we did that, God only knows. I wish I could repeat it. It was just a low block with a standard line. And they couldn't score. We had, I think, 4 chances and we scored. Go on, make it 4. Yeah, penalty, why not? We haven't had a set piece for a long time, so why not? Why is there a goalkeeper up here? We knew it was going to be awarded. What is the matter with you? Come on. Fernandez doesn't miss either. Come on. Oh, he does miss. Oh, what a silly game. And now we are down to 12th because United have gone above us. Crystal Palace will go above us next. We are going to where we belong. But it doesn't seem that the low block is working anymore, which is really weird. And I wonder if the switch is on. The switch went on big time last night in the other save. So why wouldn't it? And when the switch is on, you just ride it out. And you'll get switched back when the game feels like it. Nothing is working for us at the moment, so whatever we do is not working. That's the switch. I want to go. I want to resign and go and get another club. Because we're just getting annihilated. Can I resign and go find another club? He's a signing. He's never done anything. He's just rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Another one. I know, all you sounds, I want more game time. You want more game time and you've got an average rating of 6.2. Well, tell me why I should give you more game time. Oh boy, let's get this over with, FM. I've had enough. We're winning the Champions League, Amar. We are slipping down to where we should be now, but I mean, at the end of the day, we have got 41 points. And that means we are safe. I'll be very surprised if we get relegated with 41 points. So we are safe. And that's all we needed to do. In fact, we've overachieved because it was an attempt to avoid a relegation battle. And I'd say being in 12th has attempted to avoid... no, I'm not happy. I'm going to say I'm not happy. And we're now in 12th and we're slipping down. Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest are right behind us now. So I was correct. We're looking at that 14th spot. That's what we're battling for. But at the moment, the way we're playing, we're not getting anywhere near it. It might be 16th, maybe. But this is such a bad team. Such a bad team. I'm going to call it a day here. I need to get something to eat now. And it's not been pretty. We've only won one game, and that was against Grimsby. Drawn 2, lost 2. We just got to keep battling. There's not long to go. Next season, once you've survived, the following season is easier. And we should be looking at 10th or 9th or 8th in that season. This is just a horrible thing that you have to go. If you gamer and you're in this level and you're at this, at this point in your progression to the Premier League, it's something you have to go through. But who knows? Maybe we'll have better luck next time. Maybe we'll even get to an FA Cup semi-final. And I'll be back on, I think it's Friday, isn't it? When we'll continue on. See where we get to. We might even finish the season on Friday. See where we get to. And hopefully survive. No, we beat them, Mr. Almagee. We beat them 3-0. Somewhere up here, you'll see we beat Man United. There we go. We beat them 3-0. We were pretty much dominant. They could not break down my low block. And so this is like, yeah, why not? Let's give them revenge. This is just like, this is first season in the Prem. It's the hardest thing you ever have to do in FM. Survive your first season in the Prem. After this, it gets much, much easier. But this is the hardest thing that you have to do in FM. There's nothing harder than your first season in the Prem. We're doing all right. We're in, what is it, 12th? 41 points. My target was 40. We've gone above our target. My target now is 50. We're not going to make that. But 46, 47 will be good. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But right now it's time to... We don't need to rest them. It's time to go and have something to eat. And to... what happened to Crystal Palace? They lost 4-1. So they have played a game more. So that is good news. So if we can get a point from our game in hand, we'll be 5 points clear, 4 points clear of Crystal Palace. That's good news. So anyway, thank you guys for coming. It's been a pleasure to spend a few hours on Christmas Day with you. I've enjoyed myself a lot. And go back and enjoy the rest of your Christmas Day. Will I be back? What you mean today, Blake? I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with the journeyman save. I won't be back today, unfortunately. But I'll be back tomorrow with the journeyman save in the evening. And thank you so much, everybody, for coming and appreciating it. Don't forget to like. If you haven't liked, just leave me a like. It does help the channel to grow more than you know. So leave me a like. And thanks for coming. And I'll hopefully see you on Friday. When maybe we'll even finish the season on Friday. See what happens. Might even get to an FA Cup final. Okay. See you later, guys. Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming.